Furies are at home in the mirror. It is their address. Even the clearest water is deep enough. I didn't get venturing with that. Alright.
There is nothing. Only warm primordial blackness. Your conscious ferments in it. No larger than a single grain of malt. You don't have to do anything anymore.
Alright. No, we did not see the Matrix, Jan.
Ever.
I'll say.
Never, ever.
Cool.
An inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it.
What? I have an ex-wife?
An awareness creeps up on you. A mass lies hidden in your dead angle, soaking in some lurid acidic sauce. It's bloated and shameful, a ball of meat surrounding you. This is a terrible line of questioning, and it will only lead to more awareness of the meat thing.
Alright.
Ex-love, ex-tenderness. It is foolish of you to resurface to the loss. Not after all the damage you've suffered to get here. Some of it irreversible. Stay. Sail with me through the abyss of pelagic zone.
My ancient reptilian brain? Yeah, I'm not gonna listen to the ancient reptilian brain. Yeah, I'm off.
Do you really?
Yeah, let's get
I
off.
wouldn't like it if I told you what was back there. Why'd you think you had to bludgeon yourself into oblivion? Or did you not sense yourself marinating? Poured so much on yourself, got a bit carried away, did we, Chef?
I guess I'm not an idiot because I'm a thinker, so... Yeah, well, I did this. Well, tell me what's waiting for me.
There's this giant ball there. An evil apes. And the evil apes are juking it out on the ball. You're one of them. It's basically all just evil apes juking it out on a giant ball.
It's Planet of the Apes?
You can't even make out it's a ball when you're joking it out. It's that large. Infinitesimally small.
Okay.
Vying for resources. It's just a stupid expression you picked up somewhere. The part of the presentation you want to take home with you is this. You have to beat the other evil apes in the face, or you lose.
Sounds like a bummer.
Yes, it is. And you drowned in that sadness a long time ago.
Okay.
You lost.
Oof.
The sound outside. You recognize it. It's a Caprice Canela motor carriage.
Oh yeah, we can upgrade. Alright. Well, let's get this bottle. This magnum-sized bottle of Commodore Red is empty. Is that wine? Getting wine drunk's the worst. Flare cut trousers, -1. What? Electrochemistry +1, I guess. Put those.
You hear a jingle. Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare-cut pants.
Free
It
keys.
says whirling in rags on the aluminium key ring. There is a single key on the ring. The number 1 is etched on it. It should open the door. The Whirling in Rags is a hostel cafeteria on the urban coast, frequented by dock workers.
Thanks for the info, Encyclopedia Brain.
The
It's just
window
like your
stands
apartment.
broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in.
I wish you had that narration in your brain. That'd be neat. Let's do some visual calculus.
The shards face outward. Whatever broke this window came from the inside.
Did I break the window?
A fine web of scarring covers the back of your right hand, but none of it is recent.
Okay.
More likely a projectile than a held object. There are no fragments on the floor from pulling a tool back in after impact.
Okay.
It is too large for a bullet, yet too small for a piece of furniture. You're looking for something heavy and larger than your fist. Like the green shoe that's on the hat rack in the corner, which, coincidentally, is missing its friend. Congratulations, you smashed the window with your own shoe. Now you only have one. If you're lucky, you can still find the other on the balcony outside. The door to it should be outside your room.
Alright, guess I'll get my
A
shoe.
cool wind gushes in. Your toes curl up from the cold.
Alright. I guess we should find more of our clothes. There's a jacket. See, this tie, the one time I played this game really before, I tried to get this tie, and game over. It was just like, it was pretty late at night, and I was just like, alright, I guess that's as far as I'm getting. Words fail to describe how rank it smells in here. They should have sent a poet. Their shirt. You see bottles in the bathtub, wine, beer, and sweet liqueurs. I like sweet liqueurs. Should probably turn off the sink. Seems rude.
A mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink. In a fierce discharge of masculine energy, someone has ripped half the faucet off.
Alright.
Was this not the same Elo that founds empires and lays waste to cities? Virile, uncaring towards the little things?
Okay.
Probably not, no.
Yeah.
Hot water sprays from the faucet's base, and steam covers the mirror. You cannot see yourself, just a vague impression of a man. Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft vapor.
Huh? It's kind of weird.
As you slowly reach your hand towards the surface of the mirror,
Yeah, wipe it off.
behold,
I don't know why we're dancing around it. I only have 1 morale and 2 health. I'm gonna die so fast in this game.
you have no idea who this thing is, do you?
Yeah, I look like a late-stage alcoholic.
Too late. You clearly have rigor mortis on your face. Oh wait, is that an expression? Are you trying to make an expression with that face? Why?
I have no idea.
Please stop. It's horrible. You're scaring yourself.
Nah, do it.
You can't, can you? It's like it's not even voluntary anymore. You have worn that grin into your face, and now it won't come off.
You could say you don't have any miles of Morales. I own that game and haven't played it yet. Spider-Man Miles Morales.
What does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey?
Yeah, like a small charm face.
There might have been, 10 years ago.
Oof.
It's little more than a cadaverous spasm now.
Okay, encyclopedia.
Like the rest of you, it comes from a bad place
We failed.
somewhere in the past. That's all you know for now.
3% chance? Nah, let's leave it. Okay, we got the ceiling fan just spinning around up there. Let's get our tie.
This fan has 2 chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. The blades come squeaking to a halt. It should be easier to reach the tie now. You swoop up and catch the tie. Snap. It's released from the blade.
Nice.
What you have in your hand is a truly hideous thick tie, with 4 or 5 different patterns. The knot reminds you of a noose.
Nice. Got our noose tie. Now we're just missing our shoes, probably. Why do I want this? Sure. Looks like someone tore out the tape while the song was playing. Okay. The reel-to-reel tape player is still on. The rolling is empty. When do you start jumping force? We didn't do jump force. Everyone was against it. Even the Raiders were like, no, please don't play that game. It's bad. But, you know, gotta appreciate that they stood up for themselves in that. Let's find my shoe. There's something on the table. That's like someone's tip they left. I'm not gonna just steal someone's tip. It'd be rude. Skill points can also buy new thought cabinet slots or forget old thoughts. Oh, that's interesting. So then if you have like some negative traits that you could potentially use skill points to get rid of them. Smell of sea makes you dizzy. Gust of briny wind washes over me. Alright, we got our whole outfit back.
There they both are. 2 identical shoes, both copiously green and indiscriminately snakeskin, reunited on your feet.
Okay.
Like 2 baby crocodiles.
How do they fit?
Good. They're balanced. Comfy. Feels like the only good thing about you right now, truth be told.
Oof. How's our inventory doing? Oh wow, we got whole item descriptions. There used to be a tape in this case, but it was destroyed in a fit of rage. Something about the... I don't know. Etner's single smallest church in St. Sains must have rubbed someone the wrong way. The label says the song was recorded in 43. I'm going to get bonuses for my thing. Conceptualization, understanding creativity, see art in the world. Our shirt gives us a boost. Inland Empire, hunches and gut feelings. Dreams and waking life. Suggestion, charms men and women. We're not good at that. Esprit de Corps? I don't know what that is. Connect to Station 41. Understand cop culture. Electrochemistry. Go to Party Planet. Do drugs. Savior affair. Sneak under their noses. Stun with immense... And, like, these are all words that, like, I've read before, but just have no idea how to pronounce. Straighten your back, keep a poker face. Composure. Alright. All of our items have it. Oh, but they... Yeah. They've already kind of, like, said those things. We got our journal, which is empty. Our map, which is... I guess showing me that the mirror here has things that maybe I can go back and do later. What else do we have? Do we have our skills? Oh yeah, here's all of our skills. This is a lot. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna ignore these as much as I can, and then just pump these stats as high as I can go. That'll be the build I do. Even though it seems like I'll lose and get game over screens a lot, because I have no health and no morale, like, whatsoever. That's always a weird thing, knowing the word but not how to say it. Yeah, it comes from reading a lot and then not being social. But also, like, partly, like, why would you use a lot of those words in common sentences? The calendar says it's March. The year is 51. Try, like, I should probably do a quick save, right? Do we have a hotkey for quick save? Where's our key bindings? Controls. Quick save is F5.
Hello, officer.
Hello?
The young woman raises a cigarette to her lips. Her eyes are brown and her face is speckled with birthmarks. She can't be more than 28.
Okay.
A silver jumpsuit falls off her like scale armor, sparkling. This is the sparkle of too many nights out on the city.
Don't talk to her or question her. Let's question her.
No.
Alright. Why'd you call me an officer?
Because you're a police officer, sir.
Okay.
I am, yes. Unless you've been feeding us a set of very well-rehearsed lies all this time. You've been here for 3 days. On official police business, no less.
What business?
Couldn't say. In truth, so far, mostly drinking.
It seems like an awkward conversation. Yeah. It definitely feels like an awkward conversation, too.
You have no doubt about the drinking. But do you strike yourself as a tight-lipped drunk? She must have heard something.
Yeah, that's not gonna work. Wait, what? Try the expression to let her know you want her physically. Yeah, I'll probably, like, not do that. I might not know where I am, who I am, or what that is, or how I know what one sounds like. I don't remember anything.
Could it be because of the drinking?
3% in save scum. See, like, that's always, like, my dilemma with games like these, because I definitely, if I was playing it alone, I would, like, try to save scum some stuff just for fun, but, like, I feel like just gunning through with, like, my bad decisions is probably going to make for a funner playthrough. And then, like, a couple months from now, if we feel like coming back to the game, we can play with, like, a different build and try doing stuff differently.
She hasn't had time to put her makeup on. This is her morning cigarette. She looks tired, her beauty waning faster than it ought to at her age.
Well, bye.
Of course. Be careful, officer. They don't like the police around here.
Continue.
Something stirs in you as she's about to go. Call it an instinct, a need. The need to ask questions. It's like you said the words 1,000,000 times before. She looks back at you, a light glinting off her eyes.
Yes. The dock workers are pretty cocky. They think they're police enough. At least here on the coast. I can't say about the rest of the city.
Yeah, what city?
You're in a hostel, sir. We are in Revachol.
Revachol is the disgraced former capital of the world, divided into zones of control under foreign occupation. Half a century after a failed world revolution, she is central to our moment in time.
Are we in like a sci-fi world or something?
Yeah.
Tell me, I mean, we did see that. Okay, I guess we're just confirming if the calendar's correct.
It's 51.
What century?
The current century?
And what's that?
Centuries don't have numbers. They have names. And this is the current one.
How many have there been?
Civilization has existed for 8,000 years, sir.
Okay.
Yeah?
Sure. Hear anything about...
There was the usual ruckus. Loud disco music.
Did I have any visitors?
I couldn't say. It's impossible to hear people speaking from over here.
Disco?
Oh, yes. Various artists. Ostentatious orchestration prime among them.
Oh, that. Yeah. Whoa. The less said about OO, the better.
Okay.
Oh, were huge where I come from. I was very young then, of course. Like 7. Life gets hard, but we go on.
Yeah, we just keep going
I
on.
don't know about that. At around 2 o'clock, the disco stopped, and there was a change of pace.
I'm not gonna sing. I'm not singing on stream.
A slow, sad song started playing, like organ music on repeat. That went on for quite a while. Some of the time, you were yelling along to it.
Is it this? Strokes
Yes, there was a church in there. A really small church. Like the smallest, saddest church in the whole world. It was about that. And also, that it doesn't matter anymore and that we're alone now. It was difficult to tell. The song itself was very quiet and soft, but you sounded like a winded boar, sir. It was hard to understand what you were singing on top of it.
Well, you know, sorry you had to hear that.
Don't be. I was going out later anyway. It didn't bother me.
Okay, what happened then?
Then you started screaming and trashed the place.
What did I do?
A window was smashed. The tape player, probably. The song stopped. And furniture, too. A real destructathon. There was screaming. Then I think you passed out.
Well. Yeah. Anything else?
There was. I think you screamed that you didn't want to be this type of animal anymore. I may have misheard, but it was sort of memorable. I went out afterwards. Everything was quiet by then, around 4 or 5. And that was it.
Alright, thanks.
Glad to have been of assistance.
Looks like she left a nice long stub in the ashtray. It's still smoking. Well, good for that. I guess maybe that's why we have no memories of our past, is because we drank and said we didn't want to be this anymore. Why did this have a notification? Okay, interesting. This is the weekend edition of the satirical newspaper Trompe le Monde. I really like the art style in this game. Revelshall. It's pronounced Revelshall, or Orange is okay. I like that the tooltips are how to pronounce things, because I've just not been able to pronounce anything so far. I guess my cam does block the happy little face of the guy in the corner. Maybe I'll move myself, I don't know, somewhere else. It's kind of hard to guess. We'll put me above him. Yeah, see? Look, now there's his happy little face in the corner. I've just been blocking it the whole time. I totally missed that mark because I was looking at chat. My bad. Big old karaoke mic, just waiting for someone to sing. I feel like everyone here is going to hate me for me singing all last night. Speaker is connected to the radio. The music is seasoned with static.
You should totally sing karaoke here, the first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know your vast, oceanic soul.
I don't know. I feel like that's putting too much, like, big effort into myself. Like, why do people need to know me? No, that's good. That's fine. Discard the thought. What else we got around? Seems like there's something in this back room over here. What we got here? The menu has been wiped clean. Only the word Monday is written. Woman's hand wrote yesterday's menu. Today's starts in a man's handwriting. This is the water cooler. A large bubble is rising to the surface. Yeah, no karaoke.
A man in his late 20s stands behind the counter, inspecting a stuffed seabird. As you approach, he gives you a sideways glance, then looks down again.
I'm on the standpoint of I prefer watching other people sing karaoke than doing it myself. I definitely think karaoke's fun, and it's fun vibes, but I don't want to do it.
Everything is cool between you and this guy. He's a big fan. Make some small talk.
Bird.
A competent work of taxidermy. The white and brown seabird lies among piles of coasters and drying mugs. One of its wings broken. The man is trying to mend it. Looks like the bird was ripped off the shield that was used to mount it, most likely on a wall.
I'm gonna assume I did that.
This is the great skua. The seabird is the symbol for the discovery of the Insulindian Isola, the part of the world you are in right now.
Okay.
A small steel tag says as much. The great skua. Ste Koari's skua.
Let us offer help.
Look, your buddy is over there.
There's a man with a bomber jacket tapping his foot on the floor.
Why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
What do you mean, my buddy?
He pretends not to hear you, concentrating on the bird instead.
Alright, I get the vibes. Bye. What do we got? We got the kitchen, apparently. Soft purr of electric juicer comes from the kitchen. Someone's working. The door's bolted. A sign reads kitchen reserved for something until 3 p.m. Inside you catch a glimpse of union paraphernalia, strike posters, and red pennants. Now that guy's chill with me, make small talk? Okay, I'll keep talking to him. I was getting vibes that he hated me, but you know.
Plucks at the seabird, frowning.
No, I'm not the bartender. I'm the cafeteria manager.
He's very animated all of a sudden. This seems like a touchy subject.
Understood. There's not really much to do with him other than, like, harass him. What is this I'm clicking on up here? Game? Hello? Oh, is that in, like, the room behind me? What is this? Some people need harassed. We need to work on small talk. We chose the thinker, not the charisma guy. Nazafed? What? Oh, did it not? It didn't even go into my inventory. I guess he just used it? Oh no. I have a health charge now. Sign reads, mess hall reserved for union members, door open at 6. What else do we got? This royal pinball machine is unplugged. Got a lady in a wheelchair. That's the guy in the jacket I was told was my buddy. I remember there was a thing over here. Summer door closed for the winter. Okay. Okay, let's talk to the wheelchair, and then lady, and then talk to... Oh wait, there's an item. And a sleepy person. What do we got going on over here? Bottle of rum has been knocked over. Beautiful dark liquid spilling out. How sad. Practice small talk with your buddy. But like that was my past buddy. Now I'm a new person today. A man is sleeping at the table wearing mud-caked boots and rolled down overalls. The back of his shirt reads Wild Pines, encircled by a logo with a tree.
A colorful piece of plastic is dangling from his carabiner. Makes your fingers itch.
What's a carabiner? Rip John Madden. Yeah, are you just now finding out that he passed away?
On the counter, rolled out of his open hand, you see a blister pack of headache medicine. It's a dock worker's ID, doubling as a shift card and a job permit. A young, able-bodied man stares back at you from the photo. Santiago S. John.
That's fair. To anyone watching, you're always welcome to chat. This is a safe place, hopefully, for people. But feel free to participate, or don't. It's up to you. But it's always nice to get people chatting. I feel bad stealing Santiago S. John's pills. Interfacing, steal his ID? Why would I want to do that? I don't even know this guy. All of these seem bad. I'm just gonna leave. I'm just gonna leave this guy alone.
The theme on that pinball machine is a standard royalist theme, used on everything from pinball cabinets to full-flavor cigarettes.
What are its hallmarks?
Clinging to a picture book version of the past century, waiting for the king to come back and cast out all the profiteers and homosexuals. Basically, imagine a yellow plastic crown with a liquor brand emblazoned on it.
Alright. You want me to steal his ID? Okay, I'll steal it. Sure, whatever. I don't have enough qualms about that. I'd rather know more about the world of today. The idea of king a century gone is pretty fascinating. Yeah, tell me about the world today.
The contemporary period stands still. The fated carousel of progress that doomed the royalists is itself winding down. Our time is decelerating into what no one knows.
Alright. Okay, I'll go back and try to steal his ID. We'll save Scummit if he, wakes up and kills me, though.
That sugary black rum stain on the counter makes you teary-eyed with joy. It's almost touching how syrupy and sticky it is. How long have you been up already?
No.
Oh, excuse me. Do you have something better to do than lust for sweet syrupy rum and lemonade? With a twist of lemon? Maybe lime? Maybe who cares? Just rum?
No. Last night was drinking. Now we don't know who we are. We're not going to start drinking again. That sounds like a bad idea.
The worker is in a deep slumber.
Alright, let's do it.
Your fingers find their way into the shackle, flicking open its spring-loaded gate. The metal loop holds the plastic ID and a leather-bound pocketbook. The man emits a loud snore. Is he about to wake up? Doesn't look like it, but you never know. Better be quick.
Why are we stealing this dude's stuff? That seems like super rude. Jan, what am I taking here? What am I doing? You sent me on this path. Kel's voting for just closing it. You're on your own, dirty guy, and just
The
closing it.
sleeping dock worker has little to say about your actions. He remains silent.
Yeah, we're not doing that. All right, if you're not gonna stick to your things, Jan, then I'm not gonna listen to you.
Hello, sweetie.
Lena, the cryptozoologist's wife.
You shouldn't keep your colleague waiting.
Okay.
A bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor. Looks like he's waiting for someone. As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting.
Okay.
On the sleeve of his bomber jacket, as well as on its back, are the same enigmatic white rectangles as on your blazer.
Shake.
Hello, I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
You realize he's waiting for your name.
Okay.
Concentration makes you squint your eyes. Your name should be deep gold and orange, like a forest fire looming on the horizon, but mixed with the stench of liquor rising from your breath. You're 2 steps closer to it, but there are still many to go.
Say nothing.
It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here?
What he means is, he has been trying to meet up with you for 2 days, but you have been otherwise occupied.
Yeah, I just talked to him about a bird.
If you don't mind, we should talk to him again. Ask him for a rundown of the area. Now that I'm here as well. I understand the scene is out back, right? It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews?
No.
Okay, we'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case. Have you removed the dead body from the tree?
Dead body?
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea if I've done that, so none of. I don't like them.
Sure. But did you take it down from the tree?
Either yes or no. I actually have no idea if it's there or not. So, look bad, you know.
Does
Yeah.
that mean the body is no longer in the tree?
Sure.
Completely. Does that mean you took the body down from the tree?
No.
So, the body is still in the tree, where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner.
What were we doing?
Talk to the manager. Then we go out back and take the body down.
All right.
After you, officer.
If you're about to embark on an investigation, shouldn't you have a badge?
You mean you don't have a badge?
Wasn't on me.
Losing your identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle has a shortwave. You can use it to report your badge missing. I advise you to try to locate it as quickly as possible, but getting the body down should still take precedence.
Was that like up in my room? Should I like go all the way back to try to find my badge? I can jog if I double click. I'm heading back up to my room to see if my badge is there. This conversation's going well. You're blending in very well. Yeah, Kim doesn't expect a thing. Yeah, we're doing great. Hey Kim, this is where I'm staying. How's it look? Kim tries to not look at your broken down bathroom door.
Kim also tries not to look at the pile of taped viscera on the carpet, or the weird suitcase on the hat rack, or the potted plant dying in the corner. but it's all just too morbid to ignore. The man is finding it hard not to trip on the tape and not to send any of the bottles rolling across the floor, where unidentifiable sludge makes it hard for him to breathe. Smells of vomit in here.
This is where the magic
By that
happens.
you mean crimes against humanity?
Mostly just against me.
I have no idea what that means.
Where's my badge?
The bed is cold and not particularly inviting.
Oh, is this like my actual, like, legit room? Or is this just like somewhere I'm staying temporarily? I don't think my badge is here. Oh, well, I guess we just showed him how we live for nothing. Poor guy. Alright, let's talk to the owner like he wants to. Kim was not ready for this level of friendship yet. Yeah, it's always like that awkward thing when, like, I don't know if it's ever happened to you, but like going over to someone else's place or something, and it's just like really, really not ready for other people to see it. It's always really awkward. Okay, so we got our tasks now. Talk to the manager, find the body, and report our badge missing. So I guess it is just straight up missing. We're not going to find it.
The man with the unimpressive beard notices you approaching. He drops the ledger he was holding and turns to the lieutenant.
Mr. Gart, right? You run this place.
Yes.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41.
What is golden orange like a forest fire but smells like liquor?
Are you kidding me?
Right. Now, I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene. It also took you a while to call us and report the dead body. It was you who placed the call, yes?
How far can I get into the game without learning my name, I wonder?
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporarily taking over her duties.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
This sounds like something you can use to call this Sylvie later.
You said you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
What, of Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many, many cafeterias I manage.
But you still know your way around, yes? In case we need directions.
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here. And I'm not going to start working here again, if that's what you think.
I didn't imply that. Detective.
He probably means this is where you step in and ask your questions.
Questions.
His face expresses profound doubt in your having this. Ask him about the body's location before asking if he killed him. People give up information in the more innocuous questions, which you can later use in the more sinister ones, not vice versa.
Alright, thanks, Rhetoric. Where was it?
Behind this building, there's a courtyard. They hoisted him up on a tree there.
How do we get there?
That's easy. See that door there? First you exit through that. Then to your right, you should see a big hole in the fence. A really big one. You can get to the courtyard through there. No need for the keys. The hole is big enough for the Franco-Nigerian cavalry to fit through.
Okay.
This man means the heavy cavalry of the innocents Franco-Negro, sweeping over the plains and nations of the enemies of mankind. 5th century style, unified currency and the concept of cool came in their wake. They wore lamella and carried guns. But first and foremost, Franco-Nigerian heavy cavalry was really, really wide. That hole in the fence must be enormous.
Okay. Who killed him?
I don't know who killed him. I'm not the police. That's your job.
This is it. He said they hoisted him up on a tree. Who is this they, if he doesn't know?
Oh, people are saying it was the union dock workers, that it was a lynching.
Who's saying that?
The locals, the customers, the people who eat here, a lot of dock workers eat here. Sylvie told me everyone knows the dock workers did it.
Did the deboarders themselves tell her this, or is it a rumor?
I don't really know. You'll have to ask her.
Why?
I would suppose it's because they have nothing better to do.
You mean the strike?
Yes, the strike. The man they hanged was a security guard for the harbour company, I hear. A mercenary. The unionistas probably thought they'd send a message.
Okay. I'm not gonna accuse him of killing him, so next
The
question.
lieutenant turns the page in the little notebook he's been scribbling in.
Why did Sylvie leave?
She went away because none of your business.
Have they not been telling you you're a cop?
Yeah. It is my business. I'm doing an investigation.
Okay, you got me. She went away because of the dead body out back. And because I asked for her number. That's why Sylvie went away. I hope you appreciate that.
Dude, you're her boss and you, like, tried to get her phone number? It's pretty toxic.
Thank you.
Yeah, I just want Kim to think I'm cool. Now that you saw my room, it's just kind of like, well, I gotta at least make him think I'm not a complete failure. Opens a little notebook at the cover. The number is safely tucked away in a small pocket. Well, didn't go well.
I asked an employee out. She didn't want to come, but felt obliged to. It was a bad idea. Now, what is so goddamn fascinating about that for you? It's got nothing to do with the lynching.
I'm a feminist. I guess I like to be thorough. Everything has something to do with everything. I don't know. Everything has something to do with everything.
Good for you. Was there something else? I'd like to get back to what I was doing.
That's it.
Let's go.
Not so fast. You owe me 130 real.
I'm gonna assume that's the money, but I like that I can say, what's money?
Oh, excuse me. You owe me 130 real.
The IIR, or Inter-Isolary Real, is the global reserve currency. Whatever part of the world you're in right now, it's safe to assume he means you owe him some money.
Wow, you're a genius. Yes, that's right.
Yes.
Money. You owe this establishment 130 real.
Why?
Let's see. 3 nights at a tariff of 20 real comes to 60 real. Then there's the window you annihilated. The hole in the window was the first thing I saw when I came to work. So don't try to tell me you didn't. That will be 40 real in damages. Another thing you've annihilated is half the bar. You've run a tab of 30 real. Actually more, but we'll round it down to 30 for your hard work maintaining the stability and order of Revachol. That's 60 plus 40 plus 30 equals 130 real. And yes, real is still money.
What is money?
What are you, a philosopher?
Maybe.
Money is what grown-up people use to pay for things. Things like this hostel room, or 8 bottles of potent blend, and 9 packs of Royal Extra. We use it for everything, really.
Okay, and then where does the money come from?
Are you serious? From your work? I don't know. You can take bribes, I guess. I'm sorry. I don't think cops can take bribes.
Some do take recompense, but only to survive.
Now, why do I personally need money?
For survival, to pay me. Unless you want to become a hobo. Do you want to become a hobo? There's nowhere else to stay in Martinez, and it's a cold spring outside. Money doesn't make you happy, but it lets you be unhappy for a while longer. If you run out of money, you die. It's like that for all of us. Me too. That's why I need you to pay me. I'm not an asshole.
It'd be fun if there was a game that had that concept of just like, if you run out of money, you die. Money equals life. But what if I'm broke?
There's a shuffle of nylon as Lieutenant Kitsuragi looks for something in the pockets of his orange bomber.
Hey man, help me out.
Yes.
Tell me about the case.
What do you want to know?
Why are we on the same case from different precincts?
I'm afraid you and I are pawns in a pissing competition. You don't know? I assumed you were in on it.
Tell me about it.
It's just stupidity. We shouldn't waste any more time on it. If you want my take, ask me after we've inspected the victim.
Yeah, I'll let it go.
Was there anything else you wanted to know about the case?
Nah.
Good.
That seems to be good. We're not gonna say that other weird stuff.
The man with the unimpressive beard noticed
Mr. Gard, right? You.
Yes.
Is this really gonna
I
redo
am
the
Kim
whole conversation?
Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41.
This feels pretty bad. Like, re-clicking on the guy just does the same dialogue.
Are you kidding me?
Now help me out. What's golden orange? It smells like liquor? Yeah, it's dialogue looping. Can I just, like, leave the dialogue? I can't.
It's you. It's obviously you. You smell like liquor. And you're...
See? Everyone agrees it's your color scheme. We're on the right track with this name thing.
Is this what you get when you call the police now? We've been waiting for a week here.
Sir, I understand your concern, but we are here to do a job. And for us to do it, I need you to stay calm.
Yes, of course.
Kim seems to be a better cop than I am.
I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene, but it also took you a while to call us. It was you who placed the call, correct?
No, I'm just...
Yeah. We already got all this.
This sounds like
You said you just got here,
What? Of my...
but you still...
Yes,
This
I...
is bad.
didn't
he probably means this is where you
The
Pass.
body was...
Behind this...
And how...
See that door there?
Let's go.
Not so fast. You owe me 130 real. Oh,
the IIR, or Inter-Isolary Real.
wow, you're a genius. Yes, let's see. Another thing you've annihilated. What are you, a philosopher? Money is what grown-up people use.
There's a shuffle.
Okay. Let us do another save. The pissing competition. Ask him about it after we inspect the body. Let's see. Sylvie. So we have two things at the shortwave at this point, and then to inspect the body. And then I assume we can just go out the door now. Or let's talk to this person too.
Hello, sweetie.
Wait, who's Sweetie?
Does that mean you like me? No.
Why, you are, officer.
Well, maybe.
And have you found anyone to be sweet to?
Hit on her? I don't really want to talk about
I'm
it.
sorry if I was being overly familiar. I know we've only just met. You must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained. I completely forgot to introduce myself.
Yeah, I have a name now. My name's Sweetie.
I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
This Lena is wacky enough for the Motley Crew. Hire her on the spot.
What? We could get the wheelchair old lady to be a party member. How'd you like to roll with me?
Whatever do you mean?
Yeah, be my partner.
Sequence killers? Oh my. But I think you already have a partner, sweetie.
A partner who needs you to help him get a corpse down from a tree.
Yeah, Kip's probably right.
Seems to me that you lucked out with your partner. He has the look of an upstanding officer of the law. Someone you can lean on, and sweetie, you are looking unsteady.
Okay.
Of course, dear. Good luck with your case.
She's the killer. That's my guess. She was too nice. I don't know how big my party members can, like, how many I can have. I'll adjust my camera a little up so I can sit up more. That's better. I really need to figure out my chair situation. I complain about it every stream and then never do anything about it. Well, there's the hole in the fence. Seems to be a lot going on. Yeah, look, this is a sci-fi, like, futuristic past-looking car. Yeah, we're in a sci-fi world. Heap of snow melts in this wheelbarrow. Street sign says no, we don't like the police very much here. Yeah, okay.
The RCM in Martinez. What can I help you with?
You sound
I
surprised.
don't see a lot of police around here. That's all.
Okay.
Of course. What can I help you with?
What's all this graffiti?
Excuse me? Oh, well, I didn't write it there. I'm just sitting here.
Okay.
Okay.
Who are you?
Me? I am just a gardener.
She hides it well, but behind the sweat and dirt there is something else in her rigid posture.
There's more than that.
Is there?
The quickness of the reply certainly does not prove you wrong.
Yeah.
I am working. I have a greenhouse in the yard there. I've been trying to get some work done.
Okay.
Well, as you probably know, there's a corpse hanging from a tree there. It smells pretty bad, so I have to take breaks.
Don't worry, miss. We are here to clean it up. You can get to work soon.
Dude, could you imagine, like, you're at your job and there's, like, a dead body? Like, they're just like, yeah, just keep working. It's okay if you take a couple breaks because it smells so bad. But make sure you keep your job going.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. My head is about to explode from all the salts I've had to inhale.
Salts? Ammonium salts. Perhaps useful for later.
Okay.
Of course. I won't hold you back.
If there's a corpse, then you're going to need those gloves for the autopsy.
Yeah, I'll take your gloves.
Sure. Keep them. I have another pair.
Thanks. Free gloves. Can I equip them? Clothes. Gloves. Thick latex gardening gloves in classic canary yellow. Maybe you should retire, take up gardening as a hobby. It's worth a thought. Gloves. Aw, yeah, sick. They look real dumb. Yeah, you were just complaining about smells not being described in games. Rue des Saint Ghislaine 8B. There are bottles inside. You could pick them up if you had a bag. I'm good. I'm just gonna go to the fence.
You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic. The tire tracks were left here by an unknown event that took place some days ago. It's a message, written in the language of burnt rubber. Some of that rubber stuck to the tiles right in front of the whirling in rags. This is point A. The driver started there, and then accelerated straight into the fence, left a hole big enough for the Franco-Nigerian cavalry, according to the cafeteria manager. The driver proceeded to back out of the yard, barely stopping before hitting the adjacent building. Before heading south, must have been in a hurry.
Man, this seems like, I don't know, Kelly doing a three-point turn. Car drove through this fence.
You are correct. This is a rather motor carriage-friendly city.
Connected to the case?
I'm not sure. There are plenty of traffic accidents waiting to happen in Martinez. With the jam right here on the roundabout, I would keep them separate.
Okay.
You could follow the track south. There seems to be a canal there. See where they went, if you find the time.
So I know absolutely nothing about this game, right? So, like, am I supposed to be, like, running off and exploring and doing side quests, or, like, pushing story, or, like, what? Because my always reluctance with pushing story is if it actually locks me out of content, because I push story instead of exploring. So I do have, like, the slight reluctance to, like, progress when I could just run around and explore. Anyone have any strong emotions or feelings about that? Or ideas? Looking for some backseat in here.
Kuno's got this.
If there ever was such a thing as an ugly kid, then this is it. He's almost exquisite in his ugliness, like a gremlin.
Yeah, I was mostly hoping Jan was still here, because I know he's played this before. Can I get my camera right today?
Oh yeah, nappa comfy, Kuno! Right in the dick, Kuno! Get him right in the dick!
It's loving in the dick.
The boy is sweating profusely. His eyes are like two black holes and his jaw is twitching as if trying to break free from the empire of his body.
What?
Fuck that! Kuno, yeah! Right in the mouthhole!
Shits himself.
The rake, Kuno! You should throw the rake at him, Kuno!
The fuck? Does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno's not a gardener.
Are there multiple kids here? Because, like, I get that this is changing and, like, dialogue is that, but, like, I'm literally only looking at one kid, so this feels a little awkward. Kim?
We shouldn't do anything. I don't tempt such forces. You will see.
The language these kids are using, pure unfettered id. There will be no reasoning with those creatures.
Okay, leave the kids alone. What kids? I see one child. I'm still on that standpoint. Kids, ladder is rickety but still climbable. Ladders for kids wouldn't hold the weight of a grown man.
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here. Maybe more than 12. No, 8 pairs of boots have shuffled back and forth in the mud. 1. Standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 46. 2. Standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 44. 3. Hobnailed work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 43. 4. Standard work boot, number 45 or 46. You don't know. It's a miracle you can tell the prints apart as it is. The cold must have preserved them. 5. Another standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 44. 6. An aberration, light as air, even pace, same make of boot, but number 41. Impossible to tell. Could also have been an adolescent. The gait is undeveloped. You're not bad. It's as if the whole world darkens. Everything else has a thin film of unimportance on it, and the tracks burn in the middle of it, in a strange, beautiful way. 7. The glowing outline of a standard work boot, number 46, but the imprints are twice as deep as the others. The weight exceeds 200 kilograms. 8. And yet another standard work boot, number 44. There's an aberration in the pattern of the sole, however. The right sole is smoother, more worn.
How many? I was pretty off then. I counted 20. I never got the hang of it. Hyperopia. Do you see anything out of the ordinary? A woman or a kid? Understood. Anything else? 200? Could it be the combined weight of 2 people, one carrying the other who's tied up? Let's say a heavily built worker carrying a similarly built, soon-to-be-dead man.
He might be right. 200 kilograms of living weight is unlikely.
Yeah, one of them had to have been carrying the guy.
Possibly, yes.
But why?
Yes, they could have used a makeshift stretcher or just march him up to the gallows.
Maybe he refused to walk. Maybe he wasn't conscious.
Even easier to carry on a stretcher, or between 2 men. Anyway, it's for future consideration. What else can you see? Interesting. Let's name it the old soul. Someone operating a workbench with a pedal? Like a joiner at the harbor. Or maybe a drummer?
It's one of the people we're looking for is a drummer.
No, it's not. Forget I said it. We are not looking for a drummer.
Yeah, we're
Perhaps
good
it could
friends.
be a driver.
Doing jobs.
A driver would wear out their right shoe before the left. The accelerator is on the right.
Yeah, sounds good.
He doesn't seem to hear you. Looking south, toward the traffic jam instead. The machines are silent. The engines are all turned off.
We should keep our eyes open around the traffic jam. See whether anyone strikes out as a potential suspect. Seems prudent, no?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
How old?
A week, maybe? 7 days would fit the time frame provided to us by the caller, who reported the hanging.
It is not impossible.
I pulled last week's forecast for coastal Havashon. 7 days below freezing. The day before, the day of his hanging, was the last warm day.
Correct again. Sub-zero temperatures would preserve the tracks in a good state. The commotion here could have taken place a week ago.
Okay.
What do I think? A mob of people brought something heavy to the tree. One of them was carrying the victim. They shuffled around, especially under the tree. Then, after hoisting him up, they stood in a semicircle facing his direction. At first glance, this appears to be a lynching.
Indeed, they all stood in a row here and looked at the tree. Yes, everything fits so well. Carried him over, hoisted him up, watched him hang. This is the lieutenant's
my
eyes
bad.
narrow. He's thinking to himself.
Either way. What else?
Nothing. Let us keep searching around. Do the body last. I kind of want to talk to the kid again, just to see if the kid has anything to actually say. This winch mechanism seems to be oxidizing. Oh, the jacket.
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite.
What is this?
It's nothing. Someone just left some roofing material slanted against an old shack.
Seems suspicious.
Glad you asked. When junior researcher Olari Tal invented Eternite in the Vartna Polytechnic Institute some 30-odd years ago, he thought it would last forever. Hence the name, Eternite. Sadly, the only lasting thing turned out to be the material's highly carcinogenic effect.
Ugh.
Because it's nice and orderly. Well-laid palettes, easy on the eyes, rhythmic pattern, calms your mind. Mammals like this stuff.
Okay. I bet that was like a secret door or something that we just messed up. This seems a little off the beaten path, though. But we'll move away from the body just to check out this area over here. Oh, is this inside somewhere else? Oh yeah, I think this is like inside of... I can't get over there. Weird. Right? Yeah, no getting over there. Oh. Yeah, I'm using like the mouse controls to click on stuff, but then it makes it hard to hit these when I get near things. Smells like spoiled meat and curdled dairy. A human being decomposed. Oh, there's the other kid. Okay. What do we got? We got money and some magnesium. Someone's trying to go herbs in the greenhouse. There's a dead body. There's the kid. I'm gonna check the dumpster.
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, whirling in rags. Just a trash container? There is no such thing. Your fingers start to itch just looking at that padlock.
We could try using a pry bar. There's one in my motor carriage, or we could ask for a key from the manager of the Whirling in Rags. He probably has one.
He might also have information. This is better than the pry bar idea.
Okay. And my phone just was weird. Oh, I missed a phone call. Whoops. Oh well. I'm streaming right now. I will text them later. Kim wants me to not interact with the kids, so I think I'm just gonna pull the body down.
The corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes. The face around them does not look human. It's swollen and ready to burst. His lips are fish-like and his tongue like a ball gag in his mouth. You seem to be holding your breath.
Look down.
A cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. The smell seeps in, even through your clenched nostrils.
Let's see.
Active decay. It's okay to throw up, officer. No one is judging.
He's about to blow! Cop's gonna blow, Kuno!
Turn away. What is wrong with you kids? Leave. Go away.
Can't you see I'm throwing rocks?
I got questions.
Alright, entertain the Kuno. Show me what you got. What you got there? What you got, huh?
The kid moves his hands like a basketball player dribbling fast. Irregular speech patterns, overconfidence. Could this kid be on drugs? This warrants further investigation into this Kuno.
What do you know about the body?
Shitload pig. What's your question?
Don't tell the pig shit, Kuno.
This is where you quickly ask him questions. Real cop questions. Like a cop.
No, he was.
Kuno's fuck imp. Kuno uses the fuck imp for target practice.
He's trying to hide the fact that he doesn't know.
Kuno knows what you meant. Kuno's not a snitch. That's all. Trying to make Kuno sing into the popo phone.
Okay.
Probably climbed. Kuno was busy down the road when that shit went down. You heard Kuno. Kuno wasn't even in Martinez. Kuno wasn't in Revachol. Kuno wasn't regional.
Okay.
I don't know. Some fucking... Mesk or I don't know. Some other place. Night City. Kuno was in fucking Night City.
There is no Night City anywhere. That sounds like the name of a city in some pulp science fiction novel.
Yeah, where is Night City?
Kuno gives this info out on a need-to-know basis, and you don't need to know. Kuno didn't smoke the gimp, if that's what you meant.
Thanks, Kuno. That's one name you can now cross off the list.
Anyone suspicious, Kuno?
Just a couple of pigs sniffing around in the dirt. That seems pretty fucking suspicious to Kuno.
Yeah, you tell the faggoty, Kuno.
Alright, let's say what's something
You're
else.
testing Kuno's patience here.
Get lost,
Well, I'm glad whatever that was got bleeped. Do you guys play in the city-yard
Right,
often?
pig. This is where Kuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. What do you want with it?
Have you ever climbed that ladder?
Look at that fucking shit. You're trying to get Kuno killed.
Unclimbable?
Fuck does Kuno know? Kuno's not a fucking acrobat.
Alright.
The lieutenant takes a quick note in his notebook.
Ooh, Kim's writing down that Kuno's not an acrobat.
It's a trap, Kuno. Don't climb it, Kuno.
That's just some shit roofing gimps left behind. Lazy dinks.
He's hiding something.
Pig, if Kuno was hiding something, it would be hidden.
But it is not hidden, is it, sire? You picked up on it. You should examine the pile of roofing material again.
What's in the
I don't know.
greenhouse?
Kiptas gardener used to work there.
Kipt is a pejorative term used to describe people of South Seminese or Areopagite descent. It used to be a common first name among the Areopagites of Ilmara. Not so much anymore.
That gardener?
Look, Kuno doesn't explain shit. Kuno just says shit.
Yeah, her. What was she doing in the greenhouse in March anyway? What kind of gardening is done in March? Fish is sometimes used to fertilize the soil a few weeks before planting something. Maybe she was preparing the garden beds.
Yeah, ask.
Yes, it seems suspicious. You don't like things being like that. Suspicious.
Trash?
Don't be wondering about Kuno's shit, pig. Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Why the fuck are you telling this shit to Kuno?
It's a good point, Kuno. Alright,
Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit.
alright.
Kuno doesn't fuck.
What about this other child? Can we talk to them?
Kuno, the pig's getting pretty close to me. Come to snuff my shit out, I think. Looks like it's time for me to go, Kuno. Pig's come to take me in.
That's when I ask you questions.
I'm going away for a long, long time, Kuno. going away for life.
What's going on there? Fuck are you trying to pull, pig?
I'm just gonna leave. Let's see. So let's go talk to the gardener again. Actually, let's go all the way back in and talk to the manager. And get the key. And then talk to the gardener again. And then check the roofing tiles. And then we'll take the body down.
The man with the unimpressed...
Mr. Gart, right?
Yes.
I am Kim Kitsuragi
Oh,
from
boy.
Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so join in
Okay.
right.
No, I only just got here.
Do you have
Okay.
an...
As
Oh
a
my
matter of
gosh.
fact-
This
Alright.
sounds like something you can use.
You said you just...
What, of Martin?
But you still know your...
Yes, I know where...
This is a little...
are,
This
but
is a little bad
I
design.
didn't imply that. Detective,
He probably means this is where you step in and ask your question. His
Yeah.
face. Ask him about the body's location.
That's
let's
all.
go.
Not so fast. You owe me 130.
Oh boy.
The IIR, or inter...
Wow, you're a genius. Let's see. Another thing you've annihilated. What are you? A philosopher? Money is what grown-up people use to pay for things.
There's a shuffle.
Okay, so I can't ask him for the trash key, apparently. It just keeps sending me through that same dialogue loop. Yeah, it feels a bit broken, to be honest. So, I guess we're just gonna get a pry bar. Because, like, it even gave us the thing of, like, go talk to the manager. That seems like a good idea. Ask him more questions. Yeah. Manager should have a key. Alternately, you can use brute force. But, like, it literally is just repeating that same thing. Yeah, I'm gonna make like a hard save here. And then, let me check if this is bugged. I don't know. My first like couple Google searches were not a good answer, and I don't want to sit there and do that on stream. So
Hello again, officer. How are things?
what were you doing in your greenhouse in March?
Well, this might be the last snow we get. At least I hope so. Snow has nutrients in it. Helps everything green up in the spring. At least that's what my grandma always told me.
Yes, think about the cute grandma, not the weird snow. Stop looking at her. Look around. What do you see?
The traffic jam?
That's right. And the canal, the bookstore, the harbour gates. This is a great vantage point for keeping an eye on you.
I'll ask them.
No, of course not. I don't understand what this is about. The kid did this, right? The red-haired rat? Can't say a sentence without or kipped. He's always giving me trouble.
Yeah, I was talking to him.
Maybe you shouldn't be. I mean, you do your job, but that kid is beyond help. And he certainly won't help you.
you've been resting here for quite a while, haven't you?
Yes, I'm tired.
I understand. The RCM isn't welcome here, and the locals want to keep an eye on us.
There's silence, the smallest of smiles.
That's okay, miss. Do what you have to do. I think we're done here. Let's go.
So she was keeping an eye on us. Yeah, what's going on with this car? There's so many people. How big is this
Before you
area?
stands a motor carriage. The bodywork is covered in blue and white livery, bearing the number 57.
Yeah, I like him too.
Vapor emanates from the large engine on the back of the vehicle. It hasn't had time to cool off yet. This must be the infernal machine that tore you from oblivion. The Caprice Kinema motor carriage. In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, a pull-out toolbox under the seat, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge. A scent of leatherwork and heavy fuel oils washes over you. The frequency tableau lights up, and the green button labeled Prime Line glows like a feline eye. The soft purr of electrical kittens, radio waves cast far and wide over the metropolis. A woman's voice greets you through the static.
This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant. How may I assist you?
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st Precinct here. I'm putting him on.
Operating the radio is easy. Just be confident. You've probably done it 1,000 times.
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Under the green Prime Line, a yellow saved button catches your eye. You wonder what the lieutenant's default radio station is.
Yeah, 41st.
Just a second, officer.
Gonna report our badge missing.
10-2, 10-5. This is 41st. Come in. Over.
Be normal, my thoughts.
The man uses relay code. You've got this. You're a cop, and cops know relay code.
10-4, message received. 10-5, relay message. What's your status? Over. 10-18, state your message, sir. 10-9, over. 10-4, message received. This is a very serious situation. I need to 10-22 the captain. Over.
Is it him? What does he want?
Says he lost his badge and needs to report it.
He what? He lost his badge? Who lost his badge? Dick fucking Mullen. Who do you think?
Oh, I know my name now. It's actually a pretty good name.
It's Officer Dick Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity.
Dick Mullen is not your name.
Aww.
It's the name of a fictional detective who would not lose his badge. Defend yourself. Immediately. They're laughing at
you. What's my authority stat? Mine's 7. I'll succeed on this because it's trivial. Yeah, I just want to move on.
10-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note here that you are in pursuit of your misplaced badge. Over.
Fuck me! Mac, come here! You've got to hear this. Dick Mullen lost his badge.
What's going on?
Super Cop here lost his badge.
He lost his what now?
His badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge.
10-9, come again. I didn't get that. Over.
New heights even for Captain Sober.
Ask him. Ask him if he's lost his gun.
Dick Sweetie Super Cop Mullen. Yeah, that's our name, I guess.
Sergeant Orson wants to know if you lost your gun too. Over.
Check your pockets. Check your... Holy fuck. You don't know where it is, do you?
Yeah, I don't have my gun.
No. It's gone. It's not fucking on you.
10-9, come in, officer. Did you get my question? We were wondering about your gun. Over.
Cal, do I lie with my drama or say nothing? I'll lie.
Lying over the phone, it's easy. Just say it like it's the truth.
Yeah.
Then it becomes it.
It's fine that there's a loose cop gun that probably can relate its serial number back to me.
He says he didn't.
Thank God for that. That would have been a nightmare. I don't even want to imagine the poor prick who has to relay that kind of news to Captain. Losing his badge is bad enough. Tell him to find it, and fast. We can't have some gangbanger running around with it.
We're all glad to hear you've not lost your gun, officer. You need further assistance? Over.
I should tell them I lost my gun, right? That's a pretty big deal. Cop losing their gun is a pretty huge deal. Right? Like, regardless of them making fun of me, it's still, like, pretty important to report. Unless we're under the idea that we're gonna find it at some point, but, like, I'm not confident with that. Our badge wasn't in our room. Our character's been in a drinking binge for 3 days all over the place. Yeah.
10-4, I know I already wrote it in a report, but it will stay on my desk for a few days.
Oh, this guy's cool.
Okay, 10-4, sir. I hear you. Relay your question. Over.
Wait. Before you say anything stupid, think it through.
I need information.
Be smart about this. Ask if he's there alone.
10-4, sir. I'm not hearing your question. That's a negative, sir. I got 10-12 visitors present here. Over.
Okay.
What? What is it? He's still on the line?
He wants to verify his information on his badge.
But of course, it says Dick Mullen, High General of the Revacholian Cavalry Force.
Tell him to stop wasting time.
What do you need, sir? Over.
No, let's wrap it up.
Sir. Over. Roger that. 10-10. Over and out.
Alright.
The metallic drawer slides out from under the seat and clicks into place. The tools inside are neatly organized.
Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case. I'm not protective of my tools, like some men are.
I'll take everything.
The pry bar feels nice and cold in your hand, heavier than you'd think. Useful for opening all sorts of doors and lids. The handles are long and sleek. Snap, snap, go the cutters in your hand. You can do good work with these. Cut chains, locks, and ropes, especially belts. It's robust, weatherproof, and well-made. Police issue, blue. Lets you see things in the dark you would otherwise miss.
Alright.
Pull out toolbox, slides back.
I think it's enough of this. Yeah, more friend points for Kim for sure. I'm a little concerned about how huge the area seems, just because I'm worried about missing stuff, but... I think I'm gonna go remove the body, just because there's a kid playing with it right now.
With a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center.
That's a lot. I'm gonna leave. Alright, we said we should go check on this again after talking to the kid.
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite. Because there's a secret door hidden behind the panels of Eternite. That's why they're too orderly.
There we go.
Here it is. You see a shabby little door.
Seems like a lot.
What is this then? A tool shed? Let's investigate.
Yeah, body's not going anywhere. We got a lot of journal things. Track down our badge. Track down our gun. talk to the bartender who's not there, maybe. Okay. So we've gained a level up. What do we level up here, though? That's the question. Oh, whoops! I guess I just leveled up that. Okay. So we got 1 point we can put into something. And it looks like I'm putting it into these specific little things. Encyclopedia seems pretty good. Perception's the one we just failed on that I would actually kind of like to be better. But, like, these are all the ones we're already good at. But I imagine that they're not going to keep staying this good as the game progresses. And we already have a point in this. This one starts at a 6. So I'm almost wondering if doing one of these is better. Do you got any suggestions, Cal, on what you think might be a good idea to do? So it looks like we can only level up our physique once. It looks like we can level these up twice. We can level up these 4 times, and we can level up these 5 times, is how this works. Go with perception. You just want more smelling details. Alright, whatever. Sure, we're better at smelling. We got our tools. Empty tube of supplement. Magnesium supplement to rub on your chest to live. Okay. Silver plate with traces of bone and yellow powder.
Be still, my beating heart. It's amphetamine. Sweet amphetamine.
Oh, we got our ADHD medicine.
The lieutenant isn't studying the powder in the mirror. He's studying you. There's a good, vague way to ask where he stands on drug use. Professionally, I mean.
Please should intervene.
Perhaps not. This is below our pay grade, detective. However, see that ladder there? It's probably another way into the industrial harbor, no? A secret path the local kids use.
Okay, ladder's important. Post says get out of the way or get effed. There's something up here. Some cash. A cured pig's head. Looks mummified. Okay, where is this gonna lead? Don't peer pressure him. Get him to do amphetamines. It'd be funny. Oh, we're going for it now. We're up somewhere sketch. The doorway's going to collapse. The restoration pillars, something. But there's money on the floor. And postcard of the Grand Cure. Huh? That seems like a weird item to find. Postcard depicts an ill-advised residential area overlooking the Jamrock Quarter. 13-story building line the hillside like sarcophagi, an ominous fog already rising from behind. These are the last boom years. In 39, the project fails catastrophically, leaving behind an opiate and hepatitis B infested slum. Interesting. I like yellow. We got against yellow. More health. This seems like I'm getting very far away from where that body is. Please. Okay. I wonder what he thinks about me picking up all the money that I find on the ground.
Looks like someone left his tarpaulin cloak hanging on the railing here. When the wind ruffles the cloak, you can most definitely see a white rectangle on its back.
Yes, it's probably yours. It bears the RCM insignia, and you have a habit of being careless with your equipment. You could probably make the jump. You look like you've done some track and field in your day.
Do you really think I could make this jump?
Cloak? I do think it's yours, yes. As to whether you should go for it? Well, it doesn't seem too dangerous. 2 meter stops. Whenever you're ready to do it, I'll be right behind you.
The cloak looks like a bag of goodies floating in the wind. Who knows?
Is this finally the jump force? Yeah.
What are we doing? We're awfully close to breaking into the industrial harbor. They're bound to have information for us. I thought that was our intention. Or it could be that we are just exploring.
Not right now. We cannot quick save. That also seems like a hard commit. Like he literally just said we're breaking into that area if we do that. So like, I don't really want to do that just yet, if that makes sense. How do I get back down is the question. Or am I stuck with this commitment? Oh no, I can just go right through. It was fun that we had a little raid today. A couple people stuck around for quite a bit. I was like a little like not sure what to do about it because I was getting ready to turn off the game and I was like, is this person raiding me because I'm playing Cozy Grove? Because this will be really awkward if that's the case. Alright. I want to... I think maybe getting the bartender back here to question will make it so the manager might have new dialogue and maybe get us out of that loop.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
Pick up the radio.
Precinct 57, how may I assist you?
Take me to a civilian. May have reported the murder.
Of course. What is the number, officer?
Yes, hold on. Her number is 005 1944 298.
Received. Hold on, officer.
Lieutenant Gitsaragi slowly begins to tap a little rhythm with his right foot. Quite a lot of time has passed.
Officer, I have Sylvie Malaika on the line for you. Yes, hello? Oh, right. Hello, officer. What can I do for you?
Have you seen my patch? Have you seen my gun?
Yes, I know who you are.
This exact conversation has happened before. Establishing authority before this young girl seems to have been important to you in the past. Don't go there again.
Oh, no, I haven't, sorry.
Real policemen have uniforms too, by the way. Where's yours? He's in plain clothes, voluntarily. It's different from not knowing where your uniform is.
Have you seen my gun?
Please, no. Not this again. Everyone saw your cool gun, detective. You were trying to impress some people with it. Everyone was eating and... You were waving it around in everyone's face, begging them to describe it. You said it calms you, and then you started making suicide jokes. It got pretty graphic.
Oh, those again. I have been trying to wean you off them. You know, when you put your gun, your actual gun, on your temple and pretend to shoot your brains out, off of that, people don't like that. I remember this. You were screaming things like, "My brains are all over the wall," painting them red. I won't be seeing it, 'cause these are my brains. I can't see without my brains. Very nice visuals there.
Okay.
No idea. All I know is next you were waving around money instead, saying things like big bucks cannot lie and guns can't buy money, but money can always buy guns. It almost looked like you pawned it. But believe me, I did not ask.
My guy seems like a huge asshole.
Uniform? I never saw you in any uniform. You had your things on. The disco things.
Okay. Did you call the police?
No, not me.
Do you know who?
No, sorry. I don't. Not a lot of people have phones around here. Copper thieves take the wires.
I'm not embarrassing myself.
People don't have the money to have the
She's
cable.
embarrassing me.
They use the Union's phone, or the one on the coast.
So the Union has a phone, and there's one further down the coast. Got it.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a while.
Okay.
Yeah, go on. You mean, why did I leave the bar? Honestly, I'm not really comfortable discussing it with you, sir.
Why not?
Okay, is it because of the guy?
What? No, why would you even think that?
He told me he asked you out. Are you saying that didn't happen? Oh, I don't like any of these choices. This sucks.
Please, don't bring Gar into this. It's none of your business.
God, why can't you just mind your own business? She mutters.
I already said I don't want to talk about this. You're messing everything up again.
Alright.
I do hope so. Please, don't call me again. Bye.
Why did you seem so... Okay, empathy. Here we go. I got 1 point in empathy.
No.
No.
She doesn't have a problem with you. It must be someone else she's angry about. Some other guy. Like Gart.
Are we sure?
Trust me. You wouldn't want to be the guy here. You know how it is. Yak, yak, nag, nag.
Ah, boomer humor.
No. You're the guy. You're Lieutenant Love, matchmaker extraordinaire. Help the poor girl out, lest she turns into a spinster.
I'm happy to help, but maybe I could do so without all this internalized misogyny. Yeah.
What misogyny? I'm just telling things the way they are. Can't a man be honest in his own head anymore?
If...
You have to act, Lieutenant Love. You have to calm that hysteric down. Tell it you've got everything under control. Then go and have a little boys' talk with God himself. Think you can do that, Lieutenant Love?
Please no.
You're just a gimp. What? You want to be more empathetic?
Call was terminated by the other party. Anything else, officer?
Saved.
As always, it's DJ Mesh and Felicio, and you're listening to Street Freaks FM, bringing you the hottest, the nastiest, the most vulgar.
A flock of seagulls takes off nearby, startled by the roaring radio. Right away, the lieutenant reaches into the cabin and turns off the radio. He's not looking at you as he says,
Someone must have been messing with the radio, or maybe picked up a random frequency. You wanted a prime line, right?
Speed Freaks FM, huh?
Is that what it was called?
Go for it. Turn the radio back on while it's still on the Speed Freaks FM.
Souped up motor carriage for one bad mama boy. The heavier foot and the freaky am.
God damn it! Look, it helps me to stay alert on long nights, okay?
I'm trying.
I'm not some kind of speed freak or... You would be too if you had this motor carriage. But seriously, let's quit joking around, alright? We have a case to investigate.
This is Precinct 57. 57.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers.
Okay. He said we were joking around, so we're good, right? I'm gonna go try talking to Gart one last time about getting the key, but if it like repeats the same dialogue, it's gonna be kind of annoying.
The man with the unimpressive...
Mr. Gart.
Oh my gosh.
I am Kim Kitsuragi, right?
No, I'm...
Do you have her...
As a matter of...
This sounds like...
You said you just...
What? Of my...
But you still...
Yes.
This 100% feels like it's a stupid bug.
This is...
The body was
behind this...
And how...
See that door there?
Let's go.
Not so fast. You owe me 130 real. Oh, you don't owe me shit. Well, officer, you're right. You don't owe me shit. You owe me money.
We do not need to assert ourselves here. We only need instructions from him.
You know, I get this all the time. What are you, a philosopher? Money is what grown-up people use to pay for things. Things like this hostel room or...
Oh yeah, here
yes, it is. No, you see, that's 40 cents. Cents are a form of currency 100 times smaller than the real. I'm not even going to take this. Come back when you have 130 real.
Okay.
The cafeteria manager stands silently, looking at the coppers on the counter before him. Isn't it evil? The order of magnitude between what is asked of a person and what they have.
Darkness rides.
It does, doesn't it?
There's a shuffle of nylon as Lieutenant Kitsuragi looks for something in the pockets of his orange bomber.
I'm sorry, but he has to pay. I can't let him stay here any longer if he doesn't. If he doesn't have the money by tonight, then...
Officer, maybe you're better off working this from home for now. You live in Jamrock, right? It's not that far away.
You mean somewhere else to run up a huge debt? I don't think so. The union squeezed most places out of business to fund the strike. You're better off home.
Officer, you really need to take this up with your station. I have a shortwave radio in my car. Call them, ask for assistance. We have to get this investigation started now.
Good luck.
By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank, and this place sure isn't it. But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You had to be somewhere.
Near
You
south?
don't really know, do you?
It's vague.
A vague, blackened image doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money. You can try. Run some addresses in your head when you get the time. Maybe a street or an apartment will appear.
Oh, what? Okay, we can internalize us getting home. Interesting. That'll probably be helpful for finding things that I can't find. I feel like this conversation repeat thing is really bugged. Oh, here we go. Now we got new convo.
Mine? No, it belongs to the Whirling in Rags.
Thank you for clearing that up. Why do you keep the container locked?
Why? To keep the hobos and drunks out. That's why. And the neighbors too. They put their trash there and they don't pay for the garbage company.
I thought as much. And are you the only party with access to the trash container?
Well, yes. Us and the garbage disposal company.
It seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something stirs in you. Prod at him and find out.
Callous? What are you, Kras Mazov? Almost all establishments in Revachol keep their trash locked. The Whirling in Rags is not special in that regard.
Krasmazov, nom de guerre, was an economist and a historical materialist. He was a leading figure on the Grad side of the Centennial Revolution, where he headed the 9-day government. Mazov is considered the father of scientific communism, Mazovian thought, or Mazovianism. He killed himself.
No one was implying you were, officer. Where were we?
What do you need them for?
It concerns the case. Please cooperate.
We got past it, Cal, so that's good at least.
Just bring them back once you're done, please. What thing? What?
By the way, you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything interesting in the Whirling later.
Okay. Pay for the damages, track down our gun. Keep searching for the collar. I mean, if it was a woman, there's the lady upstairs, too, that we can talk to.
The door is closed. There is no answer. You hear the shower being turned on, somewhere inside. Still no answer.
Okay. Alright, well, if they're showering, then not gonna be able to talk to them. This seems like a hard game to, like, have a good, like, chat with while I'm playing it, because it's just so story and dialogue heavy. I'm also nervously watching my in-game clock move up and up.
This trash container is locked. With a well-oiled crack, the lock pops open. It should now be possible to simply raise the lid. Don't. Maybe you shouldn't.
Why?
Just the feeling. A warning from some part of you.
My gut instinct is telling me not to open the lid. Let's do it.
The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
Okay.
We're just in time. This hasn't been emptied for over a week.
You see milk and egg rest with one broken egg in it. Some pasta wrapper. Picking up the soggy packages somehow feels familiar.
Trash.
You've done this before. The movements are recorded in your elbows, the methodology in your fingers. You're used to this. No, searching for evidence in the trash. A box falls into pieces in your hands. Batis Soleil cereal. There are plastic pasta packages below, and turbo noodles. Nothing of note, however. Among the threadbare kitchen towels, something catches your eye. A pair of denim trousers. As the legs of the slime-covered jeans begin to unspool from the garbage, a rank corpse smell fills the air. Are these the victim's clothes? The smell is not nearly as bad as the cadaver. These clothes could not have been in contact with the deceased for more than 2 days after his death.
Cadaverine odor is faint. If these belong to the deceased, they were removed when he was still in the early stages of decay. Drop them in here, officer. Yes, I think the clothes were taken off to get to that armor he wore, then discarded. They must have stripped him of it fast too, the scavengers, in a matter of days.
Why'd they toss it in the trash?
Guitar-marked blue jeans. Pockets empty, or emptied. He wore them with a belt, too, a white belt. The loops appear stretched, but the belt is missing. That's it. Do you see anything else in there? I have another bag here.
Something slimy catches your eye. A drab, long-sleeved shirt, olive-colored, appears from the food waste, dripping with pus.
This is a military-type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of ribbed-knit shirt that's worn over light armor to conceal it in an urban scenario. Anything more?
The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety waste. A yellow old mug that catches your eye. But other than that...
All right. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Or that one. I'd advise against confronting that force. Not really. All we know is the victim's clothes are in the trash. The lid was locked and his establishment had the key. It's just a small loose thread.
The lieutenant nods, then looks back into the trash container.
Should I take the trash mug?
It's just organic waste, cold and slimy on your hands. Apple and potato peels, mostly. Unidentified sludge, and the occasional chicken bone thrown in for good measure. But hey, what's this? A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple peels. It's shiny. Looks like the corner of something. Something larger. A clipboard. A blue plastic clipboard with moist papers hanging from it. They look badly damaged, but you can still make out forms and notes, written in a man's handwriting.
Officer, is that your paperwork?
It can't be.
Yes, it is. Look. This plastic has the RCM street grid on it. You've even got an autopsy form. If you don't mind me asking, how did this get in the trash?
It has to be foreboding quality to it. Maybe I needed to lose it. The what? I'm boring.
Boring? Try dangerous. You should do a thorough inventory of that. Be sure some has not fallen into the hands of the RCM's enemies, organized crime or worse. Official notes sometimes contain informants' names, even undercover operatives.
Okay.
It would also not hurt to start taking notes on the case. Now, tell me what your eagle eyes see. Or are we finished?
The mug!
You pick out a broken mug with an oddly racist depiction of the yellow man frolicking in saffron. Only in its social sensibility.
Close.
The container sounds a muffled gong.
That's one thing off the list. I think we got it all.
Okay. Interact.
It's just a racist mug. What's there to read here? Not much. Oh boy, here we go. What are you going to say about a broken, tossed-away mug that you dug out of the garbage? But it was in the trash. Why not just call it out when you see it? Or do some volunteering work?
Okay, so that was pointless. The ledger.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A pitiful cabbage of white.
Only racist mugs, no guts. That's right.
Held together by a metal clip. This sad display is made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner. There's a piece of toilet paper, or is it cleaning tissue? No, it's toilet paper, desperately sticking to the back of the blue plastic clipboard. It's a metaphor for you. Thank you, waterlogged ledger, for spelling it out for us. It's just toilet paper sticking to the back of the plastic clipboard. You can take it off if you want. Still wet, the toilet paper peels off the plastic easily. All you have to do is shake it off with your finger and voila! The ledger now looks marginally better. An aluminium block runs the width of the board, biting down on the paperwork. Its crocodile teeth are the only thing keeping the papers together. A regular pencil, the tip worn down to nothing, has been attached to the clip. A bunch of solid...
I feel like if we run our finger across it, we'll open it up and drop all the paper.
It's a sorry sight. They're not exactly white. They're yellowed in patches by sunlight and alcohol, and covered in dense blue handwriting. Ink escapes into watercolor patterns, reaching its tendrils across entire pages. The paper itself is checkered, with faint red lines, forming short paragraphs. Once in a while, there's a red stamp that exclaims, "Case files commit to paper." The case files themselves are plenty. You count more than 100 sodden, crumpled up, earmarked pages falling apart in your hands. They appear to be sufficiently organized and extremely dense, if mostly illegible.
What are they about?
Work, strife, poverty, the Jamrock Quarter. These are handwritten logs of investigations dating back to January 51, this year. The exact number is hard to estimate, due to missing pages and an odd naming convention. But there are at least 20, maybe 30 cases undertaken, not completed, mind you. It's the middle of March. You have attempted 2 cases a week on average. What do you mean? Is that all? The notebook is annual. It says 51 on what remains of its cover. A molten strap of cardboard. Everything prior to this must have belonged to a previous volume. In short, there was more.
Huh? 2 complex cases to undertake is a lot, yes. You really have to push yourself. I would not suggest it, lest you start making mistakes. Two? That's a lot. I didn't mean to say you are making mistakes, by the way. That was presumptuous of me. That's okay. We all do, sooner or later.
Like a fan of gills, the checkered papers dry in your hand. The handwriting is extremely dense, if mostly illegible. Yes, it appears you employ a, shall we say, robust yet literary system. Each investigation has its case number written on the margins. Yet, still more tellingly, most are accompanied by a name. A title, one might say even. One that draws inspiration from snoop fiction and vespertine cop show staples. Yes, all caps. One is called The Next World Mural. Another, The Square Bullet Hole Murders. Another yet, The Unsolvable Case. Others appear more light-hearted. The guys on a couch in an unexpected location, and the murder at the Ukar Parlor. Even the rare article-free collapsing tenement. Murder features prominently throughout. It's going to take an effort to piece these case files together, but it can be done. once you're done inspecting them up close.
You mean the alphanumeric? Officer, precinct, time of arrival at the scene? Oh, you mean the titular? Yes, well, so do I. In our defense, almost everyone in the RCM does. It's a holdover from the early days of the RCM, right after the revolution, when the organization had little idea how to do things. It persists in an unofficial capacity. Officers use these titles to refer to their work among themselves. Again, in your defense, I seem to have named one the man with the hole in his head. That was a real person. His death was real. Still, I named it that, to amuse myself. I pray his loved ones never find out. Rail spiked through the head. He died. It was a workplace accident.
There is, for precisely one more. 15 pages near the end remain untouched by the damage. The checkered grid forms a structure of passages, breaking the case into subtasks to accomplish. Once all the tasks are accomplished, the case is complete. Sadly, the ledger only comes with an old, worn-down lead pencil. It's unfitting of this monumental event. The ledger only comes with an old, worn-down lead pencil. It will do, barely. But the lieutenant looks at his blue notebook. 2 fat, shiny pens hang from the binder, like large-caliber bullets on an ammo belt. He is not really saying anything, just standing there, looking at them.
Fine.
Absolutely motionless at first, then animated slowly, imperceptibly even. The lieutenant begins to browse his notes.
Kim didn't want to give me a pen.
Leaving you to the case files. Onto the paper with a brash free hand, uncannily similar to the rest of the letters. The wording comes easily. It's almost robotically simple. A language developed for mental rigor and simplicity. Inspect the victim's body. Interview the cafeteria manager. It's not exactly poetry, but poetry would be out of place. A satisfying slash sounds across the paper. You're done, it seems to say. And you, and you. You're a swashbuckler with that pen, Harry, and it feels good. Feels like completion.
Why do they call me Harry?
Things to be done and things already done. The composition of reality. This is an extremely useful tool for a detective of the Citizens Militia. Now all that remains is to name the case.
No, actually. Any ideas?
This was the quote at the start of the game, so let's do that one.
Furies. Yes, well, I don't know. I have to be honest, I'm not experiencing the internal strife that it refers to. And also, could you make it less poetic somehow? Just a normal case name, you know? Think, what would that be? A good normal name.
Yes, yes. You know what that normal name is.
Great. That's great. That's actually what I was thinking too. The Hanged Man. Good, strong name. We have a very good name for the case now. I'm going to start calling it the Hanged Man. It's good we sorted this out.
Okay.
You don't exactly close them, so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers. They're a little further from your nose now.
Can we read them?
Yes, you can piece them together using the alphanumeric code on the margin. It always begins with HDB 41, then date of initialization and time of arrival on the scene, followed by the title. For example, HDB 41120111700, the Next World Mural. Why yes, your precinct number is 41. Every last alphanumeric in the files begins with it. And these are your case files. It's safe to say HDB are your initials.
Ah, so that one that called me Harry already, that was kind of a spoiler then. I bet my name's Harry.
I got nothing here either. Logic really isn't the best faculty to have this conversation with, but it's the one you got. So sorry. It takes about half an hour to piece one together, using the system you've devised. Where do you want to start?
So I can eat through my time right now? I'll do it
Not
later.
much has changed in the meanwhile. A bunch of sodden papers still. In the back, you see thin, translucent copy of paper. Some neon yellow, some bright red, all covered in boxes, like marching armies. These look like official forms, waiting to be filled out. Then rip them from the binder and hand them out, according to type of form. 3. The topmost are misconduct fines. The middle ones are station calls. And the bottommost are field autopsy forms. Each is easy enough to make sense of. You don't have to be an intellectual giant to do police work.
Okay.
The rest of the stinking cellulose is much worse for wear. Being sandwiched between the board and the rest of the paperwork must have spared the fragile copy of paper. It's made of dark blue plastic, hard enough to beat someone to submission with. The edges are rounded, however. The U4 size board feels thick and heavy in your hand. Light shimmers on its wet surface. On the back you see the embossed letters, RCM. Something rattles inside, ever so lightly. Is there a hidden compartment? And something small inside? Light? Made of paper or cardboard? Or dried flowers, perhaps? Permeables. It's not hidden per se. The compartment is made for permeable materials that would get damaged if something happened to it. The plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli, but it is not see-through. You cannot see to its center. With your hands, U4-sized pages hang from the clip screwed to the top of the board.
Open the compartment.
The two sides of the board appear slightly misaligned, like a drawer that's come off its slides. If you bend the plastic on your knee, slowly, the slides snap back into place. It should be possible to just, Without resistance or sound, the two panels move against each other. The compartment is now open. 2 ticket stubs and a handmade postcard. 2 octopuses are smiling, reaching their tentacles toward each other in the colored pencil drawings. The tickets permit access to the zoo in Revachol East. The aquarium costs extra. These let you go there too. Thin wax paper has been glued to a piece of cardboard. Sounds like leaves rustling when you pick it up. You see violet flowers, floral patterns, patches of glue. Familiar handwriting lines the inside of the card. Looped, round letters in a woman's hand. A young woman in her 20s. There is care, effort, and a smile, you think. Although that is not something you can read from someone's handwriting. Harry, it begins. You're already reading. I wanted to write you a letter so you can read it when you wake up. Maybe it will make you happy. Your hand shakes, holding the card. Every morning when I step out and you're asleep behind me, it says, I find a little piece of sadness in me. I carry it in my chest, down Voyager Road. Every step I take, it grows. By the time I reach the fuel station, it has filled me entirely. I step onto the light rail and look back. Sparks fall from the bow collector. I know it will be like this until late afternoon, when I get off the 42 and walk back to you. You. Every step I take will get lighter. It almost makes me run. Sometimes I do. I can't believe I met you. I can't believe the happiness I feel with you. You have a vast, vast soul, and I will always, always, always come back to it. Kisses, kisses, kisses. You feel the air sucked out of your lungs and the blood sucked out of your head. Everything around you gets dark. Small white dots appear. Sparks fall like snow from the bow collector. A streetcar distancing. You feel the ledger slip from your hand. No, Hold on. To what? There's nothing.
Detective, is everything all right?
I don't know what just happened. Did we just game over? I think we game over there.
There is nothing. Again. Nothing sad, brother. No treachery, just blackout. Well, almost nothing. There is the ground below you, that's still there. And the small light that's on, fluttering, somewhere in the basal ganglia. That's me. Blue eyes, that's me. Who was what?
He speaks of the sickening longing, the unwell emotion. Even in the darkness, he's grasping for it. Still trying to hold on to the great sorrows slipping in the water. Slimy. Here in the paleo-mammalian cortex, we call it the shadow. Because it's always there.
Tell him. Tell him.
Ah, yes. In the olfactory system, they call it the apricot chewing gum scented one. It's unhealthy of them to linger on it so. But as they say, what do you do? It didn't smell nice. It smelled like betrayal.
Is that my ex?
Bloated corpse of the past resurfacing.
No, it was fine.
Beautiful. Believe me, stupid ape, its lack of beauty was not the problem.
There is no Voyager Road. There are no roads, no houses, no lights in the windows. It's all on pause. Yeah, man. What was that about? You think they would let you? Until you disintegrate into biomolecules? No. Someone is breathing on your face now, inspecting your pupils, stupid idiot.
Yes, they're pouring something on you. It's in you. And
It's delicious. Glowing lights on a dashboard emerge out of nothingness. In the upholstered cabin of Lieutenant Kitsuragi's motor carriage, seated in the driver's basket, the air is thick with leatherworks and heavy fuel oil. Cold water runs down your chin.
Drink. Water.
The water is cold, silvery, the stuff of life itself, as it pours down your parched throat. The pounding in your head recedes. The darkness parts.
Drink. You haven't drunk water in 2 days. Did you know the human body is not made to survive on alcohol alone? You need a secondary form of hydration.
With greedy gulps, you down half a liter of cold water. Some of it spills on the driver's seat. The lieutenant pays no heed to it.
Kim carried us to his car and is giving us water.
What happened? That does sometimes happen.
He replies with such understanding, it's as if the burnt-out ruins of the past were an occupational hazard. Athlete's foot for cops.
You dropped these. Are you okay to proceed? Good.
Okay, we got a lot of things here. I thought I unlocked, oh, is it because I'm doing this? No. I can also internalize this, and I can internalize this. Wait. This one's, oh, we temporarily lose stats as we're doing those. Okay. Okay, what else do we got going on here? We have our clipboard now. So, we carry that around with us now. And we gained a level. What was the stat that was for jumping down that thing? To get my jacket? Was it this? Savoir-faire? Because that's what I want to put my next point in, because that only had a 17% chance to jump down, and I don't want to, like, take damage because my character can't handle it. Yeah, currently our authority is -3, but we were already pretty bad with it. I don't think it was any of these, but it could have been. I think it was this. I'll just hold on to my point for now and do it again when I get back over there. Need to do something behind Kitsuragi's back. Sneak out after he's gone to sleep. That's a messed up thing.
Can I help you? Thanks. I hope you found what you were looking for. How strange. I certainly didn't put them there. The trash collection service? CS Municipal. I don't see why they would put anything in the trash, though.
Ah, the elusive CS Municipal. I doubt we'll be able to track down who was sent here last and when. This will have to be one of those little threads that solves itself down the road. Thank you anyway.
Yes. Another thing. Great. Yes, not the whole damn union, thank God. Just the nastiest and loudest faction. They come here in the evenings. Dumb, unruly types. Think they're big shit. But they're good customers. They place big orders and always pay on time.
We should find out who this Lord faction is, occupying the booth. Loudness means talkative, and we need info. We don't. We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later. Men get hungry, even striking men. If not today, then they'll be here tomorrow.
There are these things called days. You sleep between them. He's saying they'll come after you've slept. Just making clear you got that.
What are you, a cook now? That's none of your business. No, you don't. If you had a warrant, you'd be shoving it in my face right now. Besides, the RCM doesn't do search warrants. I know the law. You'll just have to wait for the kitchen to open. If you have to get in there, which you don't.
You do realize you can just go into the kitchen at 1300 hours. No need for superstar charm or Sambo-style antics here. Sambo is an acronym for Samoan boxing. Graceful martial arts stuff. Sambo style implies stealth, cleverness, and cool. Just letting you know.
Yes?
Okay, so I guess at this point, find out who's in the union box. I guess we'll find out tomorrow. Track down our badge is still a problem. Track down our gun is still a problem. I guess we gotta go inspect the body and figure out who made the call. We're running out of time on this one day. It's already past noon. We're also running out of time on the stream.
There he still is, looking.
Can I equip the, like, cutters and like, cut it
There
down?
he still is, looking right through
And throw
you.
up.
With the smell is repulsive. It pushes in from your mouth, more instant and more familiar than anything you'd expected. More fever than odor. It fills your mind, flushing you from within. You feel a great force ringing from your stomach. Your body curls and pushes it out, burst by burst, until a pool of vomit lies under your feet, and your throat stings from the stomach acid. The smell of Commodore Red rises from the pool. Among it, distilled spirit and bits of shish kebab.
It's okay. Happens to everyone. Keep it. The hangover is clearly making this worse for you. You could use some ammonia to clear your head. If you can handle the headache, some officers use it to deal with cadaverine odor. I can't handle the headache.
It's more likely he can handle the smell, unlike you.
That young woman, the gardener, mentioned she used salts for the smell. If she doesn't have any, there might be some in the fridge store nearby.
Okay, so now we need to get the smelly salts. What do we got? And we got his handkerchief. I guess I also shouldn't be walking around with this. We have like a -5 authority right now. It's really bad.
Hello again, officer. How? Sure. I'm done with them. Go easy on that stuff. It gave me a terrible headache.
Okay, we got that. Do I equip it? No? Okay.
There he still is.
Okay. But we also need to equip the tools to cut the body down.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below, you crack open the ammonia ampoule and breathe in. The odor of death is still stronger. It's a spell of the mind telling you to run, and your stomach to wring itself empty. With your eyes squinting, you stand in it. It's a puzzle. What's hanging in front of you is a puzzle of decaying flesh, tattoos, and tendons.
They do after 7 days, yes. We are deep in decomposition here.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and enamel boots. His skin is greenish, marbled with decaying veins and blotched by lividity. A fading web of tattoos covers his chest and shoulders. The cargo belt used to fasten him to the branch above appears industrial in strength. The material appears to be ceramic. Its clean white stands in stark contrast to the decaying flesh above the knee. The man wore thick polymer socks, probably for padding. A fine array of interlocking plates covers them. Delicate and fragile, they feel alien to the world around you, out of place somehow. These are clearly not boots. They're armor, possibly part of a larger set.
Indeed. Technically speaking, these are sabatons, not boots.
Oh, the lieutenant uses a memo technique, A6. That's not just any notebook. It's a classic. It's clearly some manner of super armor, or future armor. Super future armor? I'm useless.
Ceramic plate.
Thanks.
Zirconium dioxide, most likely. This is where the make would be. Under the hill. Fair weather. Fair weather model T500 VE. I'm guessing that's vitreous enamel. This is advanced stuff. The locals probably scavenged it. It would be odd if he had more on after 7 days. We should keep a lookout for these species. The armor could yield information. This is one thing he might actually know.
The sabatons dangle off the man's decaying form.
It is. It's expensive. We've requested similar material for our tactical units for years now. The constabularies deemed it too costly. In that time, we've lost 6 men to semi-automatics. For a full set, about 4 years of wages.
Jeez.
For the northwest region of Revachol, an officer's average yearly income is 5,500 real, unadjusted for rank.
Not too much, yes. It's a sorry situation, I agree. That's for us to find out. Mr. Gart implied he was security personnel for the harbor company. This confirms my own assumptions. Just something I scraped together from my station. An area report on Martinez. I'm sure you did the same.
Yeah, that seems a bit crazy for a security guard.
I agree. This equipment is way beyond what a guard can afford.
A small bell-like sound fills the air, like tapping on the side of a porcelain cup.
It's anything but. This material is a kinetic redistributor. It spreads kinetic energy horizontally, from plate to plate, dissipating it entirely. See?
Faint, organic lines cover the plates where they separate into smaller ones. These plates then divide into smaller plates until there are hundreds of them altogether, like whirls of floorboards. The design looks organic, influenced by highly resistant wood materials, like lignum vitae and ebony perhaps. If trees were made of porcelain, this is what their cross-sections would look like. The smooth, glossy surface fractures into ever more intricate interconnections, peaking on the right sabaton, where you notice. The whirls are in the shape of a letter and number combination, E50, 100, 1000.
Good. Can you read it to me?
X5415 6745 678222. Let's lie.
No, why do I want to lie to him? No.
We have a make and a number. That's something. We can use the radio in my kinema when we're done. Either station can chase it for us.
Pull the boot off.
The stench fills your nostrils. As you push downward, an ominous creaking sound comes from above.
Stop! Pig's gonna pull his head off.
Brutal! What's wrong with you, asshole? Where's he letting go, Kuno?
I don't know, baby. I don't know why he's such a...
Officer, if I may ask, what were you trying to achieve by putting on the deceased foot?
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos, and extremities blotched pink and blue. The hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow, hard-edged polyester cuts into his neck. Above, a sliding buckle ties the belt to the branch. This is a steel-reinforced cargo lashing belt, big brother of the regular cargo belt. It's used for tying cargo under 6-rotor airships.
Airlifting. I thought it was used on lorries for strapping cargo to them. The local harbor uses 6 rotors to shuffle containers around. I get the sense they use whatever was on hand, without paying much attention to not incriminating themselves.
Yeah, it seems suspicious because, like, they definitely would have used the strongest one they can if they wanted him to stay there.
I was afraid it would be. Thin steel wiring, parallel strands. This makes getting him down more problematic than I had assumed. A noose is one of those things that's easier to use one way around. That ladder can't carry a grown man. I didn't see any splintering either, did you? I think they lassoed the branch, then pulled on the belt to close the buckle.
Could be. The shape of the branch supports the theory.
The brief suggested as much, politically motivated by the ongoing strike. Did you not get a briefing? Then you should ask me the first moment we get.
The cadaver hangs from the cargo belt. Limb, an intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso. From
The kitchen's
right
open
shoulder
now
to the
inside the place. We're not gonna have
Each
time to get there
they
tonight.
intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart.
It doesn't look like a night sky. I don't know what this
I have
is.
only a cursive knowledge of the science of cybernetics. I would not know if it were. But it's not quite complex enough, is it?
It doesn't seem familiar from the insides of any radio computer your mind can imagine. The somewhat organic lines remind you of old filament memory units, but not quite.
Yeah, I don't know what this
No.
is.
So am I.
He wears a wide leather belt around his waist and a gun holster under his arm. He takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from his coat pocket and pulls it open. Sounds like a sword being unsheathed. A small lens appears. Some sort of camera.
Shit, Kuno! What the fuck is that?
An instant color camera. I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
A sound, a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small ampoule of glass. You see streams of color pour onto the thick, glossy piece of paper, rolling out.
In case we need it. Yes, it is pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
There is only
It is
one
cool.
ampoule left. Use it wisely.
It contains insight to the victim's person. By his build, I'd say this was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was important to him. It is his letter, to us. Someone should decipher it. We'll need to show it around. Sure, just don't lose it.
The glassy-eyed corpse looks by, his mouth mute. His eyes are milky white and blind to the world, protruding comically from their sockets. There is no one home, just subaquatic terrors there. These eyes used to be blue, baby blue. Dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode from the organic processes inside. The death's head grin has passed. What remains is an unrecognizable mess.
Oh, nice. That was really low.
Into the wild pale yonder. In the past, way out in the west.
Huh.
I'm a joke. Look at me. A killer. A motherfucker. and a killer. Go ahead, Coppo.
What is happening?
What do you mean?
I'm talking to you.
It's the power of your imagination.
Bum bum ba. Like the SpongeBob rainbow.
Go ahead. Ask me more questions, because you're a copperoonie. Look at all of them go. Do you want more questions?
No, there's not enough time in the stream.
Your lost Coppo Dopo would have been so pretty.
Alright,
Come
enough of
back later, Coppo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features.
Okay, enough of you,
As
dead
you
man.
narrow your eyes, the monster before you blurs into a violent mess of green and pink. This is a trick. You've done it before. Pink is where the blood settled in the first hours post-mortem. You can use it to see if the corpse has been tampered with. Does his position at the time of death match the discoloration? Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted hands, thighs, and his neck, just above the noose. The rest of the corpse appears dark green in the cold spring air.
I see it. His neck too. The lividity goes right up his chin. We have good, well-pronounced discoloration here.
The monster comes back into focus, an explosion of color, coursing with dark marbled veins. His stomach appears pregnant with something. Black liquid streams down his thigh and onto his boot.
It's got that bloat.
So, what do you think?
Yeah.
A pool of blood and feces has eaten into the frozen mud below the man's feet. Purge liquid is dripping into it, drop by drop.
The victim appears to have contained no more than half a kilogram of digestion at the time of death.
The fuck he's saying?
Talking about shit.
Maybe. Agreed, especially on the neck. The belt acted like a tourniquet, keeping the blood in his head. The hypostasis supports a hanging. There's always a chance. We should check for ligament marks on his neck to see if they're in tune with the belt. We'll have to get him down first. I do. Most of them are post-mortem. Maybe even all of them. The delinquents have made our jobs harder with their little sport.
Stop talking in riddles, coin slot.
It means you fucked him up good, Kuno. Fucked him up brutal-like.
I agree.
His personality is no longer a part of the world.
Totally dead.
Let's see. Totally.
Absolutely.
But there is no breath to catch. Only the cadaver filling the air and your nostrils. He slowly rotates before you.
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once he's done.
We've been thorough, I think, right? We exhausted all the options other than us talking to him with our imagination, so...
So am I.
That's not at all what he said, but okay. He says, steel reinforced belts presents a unique challenge. I brought chain cutters, but I don't see a good angle for to approach it with.
He doesn't actually think the challenge is unique. He thinks it's frustrating, annoying, and harder than he thought.
The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And even if we do, there's the question of cutting the airship strength material.
Can we ask someone else?
Someone else? You mean like the police? Someone already did. You know who came? We did. Because we have made bad life decisions.
That's fair, Kim.
I know it's hard, but I assure you, the others won't come to help us. And we have a growing sanitary concern here. We need to get him down, fast.
Cut the branch?
Climb up there and saw the branch?
Yeah, it seems
There
stupid.
has to be a less risky way, with less falling down of trees.
Ask for help?
I was really hoping we wouldn't. The Union appeared to be suspect in this case. It seems like a dangerous route to go down.
I would really prefer if there was another way. These people might have an agenda.
Okay.
But what other options? The corpse twists on the belt, like chicken on a skewer.
Yeah! Bang bang time, pig! Shoot his head off!
How?
Where the buckle ties the rope to the branch. That's a good spot to aim.
Where? Ah, yes, I see. If the shot hits that, there might be a chance to release the belt.
Yeah, now we're talking. Entertain the Kuno with some shit.
They'll miss! The pigs will miss Kuno!
Yeah, let's let Kim do it.
Silence. With his elbow sharp, the lieutenant unzips his jacket and produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks.
Interesting.
Securing it in place.
It's weird what things are kind of sci-fi future and what's not. Like, the car is definitely sci-fi future-y, but, like, this gun is not at all.
That's a Kiel A9090 Armistice, mass-produced muzzleloader. Ascetic, frugal, one of the most common firearms in the world. He then steps back and assumes the fellow Stess position, taking aim. The corner of his eye twitches. His finger is on the trigger.
He's gonna fucking miss!
The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes off the walls of the surrounding tenements. A cloud of smoke slowly parts in the air as the lieutenant steps back and says to himself,
God damn it.
Fucking idiot! Mookaba asshole!
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's not fucking handicapped, is he? Kuno's sorry too. Kuno feels sorry for the Beano clad.
The lieutenant doesn't say a word, just looks at the gun in his hand.
No, we are lucky as it is. We didn't break anything, and the victim remains uncompromised. Any more mistakes could put us in an unfortunate position with the locals. We have eyes on us. I didn't do us any favors with that. I have to say, it's beginning to look unlikely we can get him down without assistance. Okay, they do have the tools and the men. And since it looks like they put him there... Okay, let's do it in the lousy, dangerous way. To ask the suspect for help with the victim's body? To be indebted to Everard Clare? Very much, yes. Which is why I would have preferred us to handle this ourselves. Clearly we can't.
Suck my dick, bitches!
Okay.
The leader of the Union. A dangerous and corrupt man, from what I hear. You don't want...
Yeah?
No,
Don't go
my
being
bad.
someone else's bitches. You're Kuno's bitches.
Jeez, that did not go well. Yeah, let's do a hard save. There we go. And then, let's check these things out. Okay. Where'd the rest of the armor go? Run the number on the victim's armor. Ask him to tell me about the case. Ask around about his tattoos. Get the body down. Maybe ask them. Interactable photo.
An intricate web of blue lines stretches.
We shouldn't
across
do.
the
We shouldn't
torso
do this
of
right
the
now.
hanged man, from the right shoulder to the
Can we get out of this?
It almost
Put
looks
it away. Okay. Alright, but we saved. It's actually nearing end of stream time, so we'll probably end here. Thanks anyone who's still around for watching. You know, don't forget to check out my About page and see the YouTube, Discord, all that. All right. Well, let's end the stream, right?